What is that?
This is what is left over of that plate. I did not like that in any way.
You have to stop identifying as fat. You are not fat. That is not your name. That is not your identity. That's not who you are. You just have fat.
For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you.
Hey everyone, it's good to see you again. If we haven't met before then, hi, I'm GojiMan. I'm a qualified nutritionist and soon to be PhD student. I do vegan health and nutrition videos as often as I can, and which answer your health questions under the hashtag AskGojiMan. So if you have a question for me, then hashtag AskGojiMan in the comments below, or alternatively send your video questions through to contact@GojiManNutrition.com. As always, just a quick reminder that I'm now offering the SIBO, organic acid, stool tests and consults via my website. So if you have any health or digestive problems, then consider taking these tests, as they will provide a lot of very detailed information upon which you can start making informed decisions and then start getting your health back on track. And on that bombshell, to the video. Now, I always had the intention of never talking about Freelee. I wasn't a big fan of her back in the day or the raw till full way of eating. But there has been an overwhelming influx of messages for me to comment on this video. So let's see what Freelee had to say about Amberlynn Reid.
Obviously, the woman has given up and she is eating herself into an early grave. So let's check out the devolution of Amberlynn Reid. So back in 2014, here she is. 2016, obviously going downhill. 2019, very recent. She is a mess. Let's just be honest. The woman is a mess.
Okay, to start with, there are many reasons for being overweight, and these often involve very complex issues, particularly when you get into the clinical classification of being morbidly obese. Okay, as far as I'm aware, Freelee has zero training in these areas, and what she is trying to do is simplify weight down to calories in versus calories out. That approach is just like saying a drug addict should just stop taking drugs, or an alcoholic should just stop drinking, and all of their problems will go away. Unfortunately, life isn't that simple. Amberlynn could have had a health issue that initially caused her to put on weight, which Freelee has no background to, or there could have been something like severe depression at play. Now, Freelee's approach worries me for a number of reasons. Number one, it's pure out and out wrong. There is zero excuse for trolling in this fashion. Also, say for example, Amberlynn has got severe suicidal depression and she watches Freelees Response and then acts on the back of that video. Who knows what could happen? I try and live by the philosophy of always trying to be the vegan that I would have liked to have met before I went vegan.
So I don't usually have a problem with someone's weak-ass quest of self-annihilation, but this isn't about her. This is about who she is taking to the grave with her. I don't feel pity for her. I don't feel sadness because she has choice. The animals that she takes to the grave, the thousands of animals that she is stuffing into her pie hole, don't have a choice. And she doesn't give a about it. And that makes me angry.
Now, I'm obviously on the same page as Freelee in that I want to see animal cruelty ended, but she is going about this in the worst possible way. And not only that, these kind of outbursts reflect badly on everyone who calls themselves vegan. Now, Freelee will probably justify these outbursts by saying that she is doing it for the animals and the animals are what matters. But there are more effective methods of helping people than simply calling someone a waste of space. If you were genuine about helping Amberlynn Freelee and you truly wanted to help her and educate her so that she could regain her health and therefore stop eating animals, then why not reach out to the woman in private? So this holier than thou approach really grinds upon my gears. So as far as I'm aware, Freelee wasn't vegan from birth, and as far as I'm aware, Freelee was also overweight earlier on in life while eating a lot of animal products. So therefore, Freelee contributed to a lot of animal suffering in her past, as many of us did also. So therefore, attacking people who may not have the education or they haven't necessarily joined the dots up in their head is purely out and out ridiculous. Now, I wasn't aware of Freelee's backstory, so decided to delve into her reasons for going vegan, and this is what I found.
So I discovered a vegan diet over 9.5 years ago, and it was amazing because I came across this yoga teacher and she was so vibrant, and I was like, what is this woman's secret? So I was talking to her and she's like, well, I follow a vegan diet.
So Freelee, you were curious about veganism because you saw someone leading by example. Your yoga teacher was healthy and that inspired you. Answer this truthfully, Freelee. If your younger, overweight self with zero self-respect run into the 2019 Freelee, do you really think you would have been equally as inspired? I think we both know the answer to that. All you do with these type of rant videos is alienate people.
So I've helped a bunch of people overcome their obesity, get fit and healthy through the Raw Till 4 diet and also through my book, Go Fruit Yourself. So let's quickly look at this video with some testimonials.
So one request I get a lot is for transformational stories, photos on this lifestyle, on a high fruit lifestyle, and I have some excellent ones to show you. So we have 5 testimonials coming up from people who have lost from 80 pounds to over 200 pounds eating unlimited fruit.
Most importantly, kept the weight off for years and years. We've got Jared here. And he did, on Raw Till 4, he lost 240 pounds. 240 pounds. This is him before. This is him before. So obviously, Amber can do this as well. Here is his results afterwards. He's chatting in this video here. You can see he is lean. Okay, he has lost the weight and he has done great. Check out Rosie's transformation here. Obviously, like, this is great because it's very objective. You got her wearing the same clothing in all of her pictures, and look at her here, thriving on a high fruit lifestyle. It works. And you can keep the weight off for life. This is her in 2012. So I've helped people overcome their obesity. So I have experience, all right? There's no excuse for Amberlynn Reid. She can step up as well. This is the book that will work. This is a lifestyle that will work if you have issues with your weight.
I'm sorry, but this sounds like a sales pitch to me. My problem with what Freelee is saying here is that her dietary approach will work for everyone, and it's a one-size-fits-all approach, which is pure insanity. If that were the case, if Raw Till 4 was so effective, then you wouldn't get so many people across social media talking about your Raw Till 4 book and how it caused them to gain weight or have additional health problems. But again, you don't want to hear about all of these people, do you, Freelee? Because as far as you're concerned, all of these people did your diet wrong.
So I get a lot of requests saying, Amberlynn, can you film your binge eating when you have a binge eat? Amberlynn,
What is wrong with people? What's sick? Why do you want to see her binging? Why do you want to see a 500-pound woman stuffing in a whole lot of animal cruelty and just junk food? Like, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with humans? Seriously. I mean, like, obviously not everyone wants to see that, but that is just the first thing I noticed. That's just sick.
I would ask you the same question, Freelee. What is wrong with you? As you say, it's apparently wrong when Amberlynn's audience ask her to film her binge eating, but when your audience ask you to roast her, how is this any less morally reprehensible? Now, after this, I quickly lost interest in watching Freelee's 25-minute holier than thou rant, and I don't even know where else to take this video. The only thing that I agree with Freelee on in the entirety of that video is that we need to encourage more people to avoid their exploitation of animals. Her execution of the video, in my opinion, was appalling, and I really don't get it. Now, I watched a few of Freelee's old videos where she showed empathy and compassion for both humans and animals.
Hey Fruit Bats, just got back from my morning ride. I do this circle, this loop most mornings, and it's quite hilly. And I was inspired by someone I met this morning to make this video. Alright, so I'm coming around the corner and there is this guy on a bike and he's huge. He's morbidly obese. He's on this shitty bike and he's grinding up the hills. So I am just impressed already. You know, I'm coming up behind him thinking, oh my god, how cool is this guy? So then I'm coming past and I'm like, well done, you know, fantastic, so good. Giving him some encouragement. And he's like, thank you so much. And he was out of breath and I could just tell how much he appreciated that encouragement.
And I don't know how, as a person, you go from that to this.
Chantel, you are 400 pounds. You do not need more saturated animal fat and protein in your body. Ugh.
Anyhow, I don't even know what else to say, but Freelee, if you do ever watch this, then maybe take a look in the mirror. There was a time that you didn't understand the connection between what was on your plate and the harms that it was causing, just as many people don't realise today. While I don't agree with your faddy one-size-fits-all approach, you clearly resonated with many people 8 to 10 years ago when you had more compassion for both humans and animals. I actually worry for you. By the looks of it, you have cut yourself off from society and all you seem to want to do is attack people. You can absolutely make response videos and call people out, and I encourage more people to do that, but at least be human and have compassion and empathy. Maybe be the Freelee from 10 years ago and base your existence on inspiring and motivating rather than attacking and berating. So that's the end of today's video. I hope you all enjoyed, and as always, remember to look after your body because it's the only place you have to live, and I'll see you next time.